Hey, what's going on, everybody? My last video I turned these Walmart spinnerbaits into jigs. I was showing you how to do it. Showing you what one looked like, actually. But as you can see, I've got a bunch here. And like I said, you can trim these down here. You clip them, circle them back. Use a tool like this here. This is a wire, but I would suggest if you're going to do this a lot, buy a better version than this one. You can get them online for like $6-7 from Amazon that have multiple different sizes instead of just this one bar with the thing. This is more for jewelry. It's really kind of cheaply made. You need a pair of those. You need also a pair of these here. This cuts the wire pretty good. So those are two tools you need to cut them down. Like I said, when you do that, you get a lot of extra hardware. You get the wire for one. You get like the spoon and the swivel. Some of them you get beads on, like this one here. So I can pull one up with a bead on it. Here you go. Here, this one here has a bead. See how it's got the bead, the clevis, got an extra spoon on it. All this can be used for trailers. You can use them for inline spinners. There's a lot of things you can do with them. All this becomes extra hardware when you make this into a jig. But today, I know I already went over that a little bit, but I bought these all here. Some of them are going to be jigs. Some are actually going to be spinnerbaits. And the reason I brought these up today is because today is spinnerbait day. And what I do with these, I also kind of change these a little bit too to make them a little bit more of what I want in a spinnerbait. I know you say, well, why do that on a dollar spinnerbait? But, you know, everyone kind of has their custom way of doing things, you know. And I'm no different. I can take a dollar spinnerbait and juice it up a little bit for little to nothing, and it looks pretty good and does what I want it to. First thing I would say on these is you can add a trailer hook to them. That's the first thing I would do on a lot of these. Add a trailer hook, and then I shorten the shaft of the blade, actually. If you look at this here, see if I can show you here. If you look, see how much farther that blade sticks out past the spinnerbait itself. You see that there? See how it goes way past? What I normally do is I cut this arm here back to about here somewhere, and that brings that blade in line with it to here. And when you do that, I seem to get much better hits. That even if I have a longer trailer on, with a trailer hook, it still sees that flash and goes after it. You know, and it hits right about where that hook is, and I get a lot more hookups there. When I leave it long, I have a tendency to get some swipes. They smack it and don't quite get it, and that goes for all of these, even the single Colorado ones here. When you do these ones, they have the same problem. They have the blades hang. Well, that's not it. I picked up the wrong one actually here. They have the same issue. Look, I mean, it hangs out past it a little bit. I shorten it up, you know, and I get it to where the spoon runs just above, right even with the hook. You know, and that's one of the things you can do. Shorten it up, change the blades on it, change the skirting. You can do that with all these. So that is some of the little tweaks I do to them. But then also, once I do that, I kind of do this as well. This is one I've done. I don't have it completely done because I've kind of threw it together real quick to make this video. But on this one here, I added a Tsunami Skirt, which I'll put it in the link down below. These skirts are awesome. They have these long extra trailers on them, which just pulsate in the water. They're an easy on, easy off skirt. So like when you put them on, see they got the little coupling on them. They go on nice and easy. They come in various colors. On my computer, I can't find them online, but I found something like them on Amazon. If you look here, that's multiple colors there, and it's, you know, you get 7 of them for $7. Gotta wait for them to come in, but I'd order them now. And they're gonna do what you need to do. You got your colors there, salt water, fresh water, all of them. That's one of the things I do is I add that skirt on. I add a little swim bait behind it usually, a little 3-inch swim bait. This one I already shortened. If you look, I've already cut it and angled it. That's been done, but also I've actually added some, it's hard to tell, but I've added some like glow tape to it, and it's bubbling up a little bit only because I didn't do it how I normally would. Normally I would put a really thin layer of nail polish down first, lay it over it, smooth it all out and let it dry, and that acts as an extra adhesive to it, and then I would trim the blade down. You can just take like a knife edge and kind of go along the edge here, and it'll kind of slice it out. I mean, it's a really thin tape. The tape you can get at Walmart along with it. That's where I got this at. But it turned it from a silver to a green, and I'm telling you, that adds a ton of flash. Add it with a white and green trailer, chartreuse trailer, and you really do have a nice spinnerbait. So that's some of my tricks on my spinnerbaits. This one will get me some fish. I'll get some pictures of it this year, catching fish. It works well. These dollar spinnerbaits are amazing. The addition to everything here, I buy these and have them sitting in a box. I have probably 25 of these skirts. So I mean, they cost me $1 a piece. If I can get them cheaper, I would. But for me, they're reusable. I mean, even if the jig gets beat up, banged up, I can pull it off, put it on another lure. And they're freshwater, saltwater. You know, they work for both for me. So if you're interested, that's one to do, and that raises it up to about $2. The tape itself here, this green tape's maybe $1 at Walmart, I think, and you can get clear fingernail polish at the dollar store. But all that stuff will last you for years. I mean, you're gonna do. I mean, the tape that you get here will make 300 blades. The clear nail polish will last for 1,000 blades, or anything you do. If you're tying, flies or anything, that you can use that clear fingernail polish for. So really, it's not. You got to look at the minimal cost. So by the time you're done, you've got a couple dollars into a spinnerbait, and it's really a custom bait that's all your own. Another thing I do is I'll put a big black circle on these things, because the bass have a tendency to look at the when they're chasing after the bluegills got that big spot behind the ear, red ears, the big ear behind it, and I think sometimes they go after that. That's where they hone in on to hit it. So if I put that spot right about where the hook is, if they grab the thing together, usually they get hooked pretty good. So it's another idea to do, but that's my trick on these spinnerbaits. And like I said, they're dollar spinnerbaits. These are, Walmart spinnerbaits. As you can see, I still got one of them here with the tag on it. They're $1 each. They're dirt cheap. And if you beat them up, I'm telling you that they're fine. They work perfect. They're great for, I'm pond hopping. They're lightweight. I can throw them on spinning rods. I can throw them on lightweight spinning rods. They're perfect. So there you go. You got custom ones, and you got your out of the box ones, and you can even adjust the out of the box ones to be even a little bit better. See you at the next one.